Hi everyone, welcome to our second episode on rowing injuries here with Nick at Balgowlah Sports Injury and Physiotherapy, and today's topic is forearm pain. There's multiple different conditions which can cause pain in the forearm, being extensor tendinopathy, flexor tendinopathy, issues with the wrist itself, all things we have had made previous videos on which you can go back and look at, but today's video we're focusing on intersection syndrome, which is a condition which is often found in rowers. And is an overuse inflammatory condition which results from repeated forceful flexion and extension of the wrist, which is obviously a major movement in rowing. Actually something that I've experienced myself while rowing, coming out of the off season when the muscles aren't as strong. So a lot of the rowers are going to potentially be facing this as we start ramping it up into the season. So what causes this? So within the forearm, there is multiple compartments which contain groups of muscles, and the first and second compartment cross over about 4 to 6 centimeters up your wrist and are supposed to glide over one another when you flex and extend your wrist. Now, when you've had an excessive force applied to them or a sudden increase in your training volume, this can result in friction between the two compartments, leading to a condition called tenosynovitis, which is inflammation between those two compartments. Now, what are you going to experience if you have intersection syndrome? So you're going to have a tenderness, potentially some redness and inflammation at the site. You're going to get pain with rowing, typing, writing, and you're also potentially going to have a reduced range of motion, limited by a sharp pain at that site. You can also expect a reduced grip strength, initially limited by just pain, but the longer this condition goes on, the weaker the muscle is going to get, and you're also going to be limited by weakness. So it's important to address this condition as early as possible. And what you can do if you're experiencing these symptoms, you can start off by trying to reduce your training load, as well as applying ice, anti-inflammatory medication, and some gentle stretches and gentle strength. But if this doesn't help, or not as quickly as you'd like it to, you can come see us here at Balgowlah Sports Injury and Physiotherapy, and we can assist in your recovery. And what that would look like would be releasing the structures, providing you with effective stretching and strengthening exercises, allowing the tissue to be under less tension, as well as allowing it to withstand more force before it becomes aggravated. We can also assist with applying tape to help offload those structures so they're not always under as much force, and move it across so that they're not going to be causing as much friction where the inflammation is and they're supposed to be gliding over. So what can you do to prevent this happening again? Because that's the important thing. We want to make sure this isn't a reoccurring issue. So that's going to include strengthening the structures up so that they can withstand more force. Coming out of the off season or returning after an injury, making sure you do this gradually, not increasing your training volume too quickly, as that's the main cause of these conditions to begin with. As well, making sure you're rowing with correct technique, which is going to involve making sure you have a nice light grip as you go through the recovery. If you're rowing with a really strong grip the whole way through the stroke, that's going to really blow up your forearm, and you're going to have that pain and increase that risk of developing that intersection syndrome. So during the recovery phase, a really nice grip, and while you're taking a stroke, not squeezing it so hard that your knuckles are bright white. So those are all things you can do, and we can assist you with here at Balgowlah Sports Injury and Physiotherapy. Have any questions, let us know, and we'll see you for our next episode soon, which will be on rib injuries. See ya.